Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Spence Jr. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV, and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out the fight? Well, it's your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on the unified champion of the welterweight division, the number one Uno, Errol the True Spence Jr., you know, the current WBO welterweight champion, Terrence Crawford, and the uprising star, you know, making his name known and making his presence felt, Jaron Boots Ennis. Now, we all know ESJ is the number one killer at 147 pounds. You feel me? He's looking to unify his two scraps against the Dennis Ugas for the WBA Super and have 3 scraps. You feel me? And then he's looking to become undisputed against Terrence Crawford, the number 2 welterweight in the division. You know? So Earl's looking for bigger things, and he's ready to, you know, make it one face, one name at the division. But we all know when you're the top dog, when you're somebody like Errol the True Spence Jr., everybody's going to want a shot at you. Everybody's going to say your name. Everybody's going to feel like they can beat you because they know if they take you out, you know what I mean, they become their top dog. You feel me? And that's why, you know, I'm not mad at people calling out Errol Spence and people wanting to fight Errol Spence. You know, that's what they're supposed to do. And ESJ ain't turning down no fades, not none. You feel me? Shouts out to this killer right here, Jaron Boots Ennis, who just, you know, took on the toughest task of his career in Sergey Lipinets. You know, Sergey Lipinets is a former world champion at 140 pounds. We all know he only had one loss, and that was at 140 pounds when he lost to Mikey Garcia. He came to 147, you know, been looking good. His last fight against Cussio Clayton, a lot of people thought he lost, but nonetheless, you feel me, he had got a draw. Jaron Boots Ennis winning there and demolished the man in 6 rounds, stopped him in the 6th. And you got to give Boots Ennis credit. You have to give him credit, you feel me? He's a young, up-and-coming fighter. He's hungry. You feel me? Now he turned himself into a real contender. And now he's a player in the game. Right? And now you see Terrence Crawford, who I say is the current WBO welterweight world champion. We all know 3-division world champion, former undisputed world champion, right? He's looking to face his toughest opponent of his career if he was to take on Sean Porter, but rumor has it Sean Porter turned the fight down in the Middle East, right? Which I kind of don't blame him. Who want to go all the way to the fucking Middle East to fight? You know what I mean? When we can fight right here in America, we both American fighters. You got to understand those type of things. But nonetheless, he's looking for another opponent. You know, it was rumored he was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao. It was rumored, you know, they had a big announcement on pay-per-view. Still haven't got an announcement yet, so I don't know if they're still working on something or if they're looking at someone else or what, you know. But now I know they're looking for an opponent. But Terrence Crawford, you know, he's a big-time player at the division. You feel me? And he wanted Errol Spence Jr. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on right now. He still have the opportunity to fight Errol Spence Jr. next, like Errol Spence said. But, you know, Bud is looking, you know, it's his career. Him and Bomac, you know, they looking at other options, things of that nature. But let me say this, fam. Errol Spence Jr. will defeat Terrence Crawford, and Errol Spence Jr. will defeat Jaron Boots Ennis. It will be 2 great fights. 2 great fucking fights. You understand me? One with Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford, you know, I feel like him and Earl are number 1 and number 2. Errol Spence being number 1, unified champion, fighting a better competition. Terrence Crawford being number 2, the WBO welterweight world champion, you know, fight, you know, okay competition. You know, but he's making it look easy, and he's handling his business to show that the skill level, you know, is a high-level skill level. You know what I mean? So him and Errol Spence, you know, is destined to meet up. Everyone wants this fight. You know, arguably the biggest fight in boxing right now. You feel me? It could be for undisputed. Sorry, if Errol Spence handles his business against you, Dennis Ugas, take him out around July 3rd or July 10th, you know, and have 3 scraps. With Terrence Crawford holding on to the WBO scrap, you know, they can be an undisputed fight. You know what I mean? An undisputed fight. Both fighters have to want it. Errol Spence wants it. Terrence Crawford saying he don't want it for whatever reasons, right? But the reasons not matching up. But at the end of the day, that is the biggest fight that the people want. You know, very competitive in the ring. Both guys have their skill set. You know, what people look at Terrence Bud Crawford's skill set, they want to say, oh, he's a switch hitter, agile on his feet, a strong puncher. You feel me? Bud got a high IQ in the ring as well. With Errol Spence Jr., Errol Spence Jr. is a very strong technical fighter, smart, got a high IQ. Errol Spence could move on his feet when he want to, His defense, Earl like to prairie a lot of punches. A lot of people, they forget the art of prairie, man. Errol Spence catch a lot of punches on the arm. He prairie a lot of shots. But, at the end of the day, he want to come and get you. EJ want to come and get you. But a lot of people don't look at EJ's skill set to see that he can do it all as well. He can box. He can bang. He can outsmart you. He can use the ring if he want to. You know what I mean? He can be defensive if he want to. But I'm going to let people keep sleeping on EJ. I'm going to let them keep sleeping. But him and Terrence Bud Crawford, like I said, a great fucking matchup, man. Can be a classic. You know what I mean? Might have to see it twice. It's going to be so nice you might have to see it twice. But I do got EJ coming out on top because he is a fucking animal. You understand me? Now, ESJ versus Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis, 23 years of age, a young stud in the ring, man. Got speed, got power, smart, good counter puncher, got good footwork. You know what I mean? He can, turn defense to offense. I like how he can make you elude punches when you try and go to the body. He can jump back. He's very, very quick on his feet. Boots is very, very quick on his feet, and he's a quick thinker. You know what I'm saying? He's a quick thinker, Against Sergey Lipinets, he showed me the poise. That's what I wanted to see him do. He got poise because the last fight, he went out there, he was rushing against Chris Van Herden. You know what I mean? He was rushing. He wanted the knockout bad, and he was leading up to the knockout. But with Sergey Lipinets being, a veteran fighter, Jaron Ennis said it himself. He wanted to take his time. He wanted to let it come to him. And that's all I was preaching leading up to the fight. I want to see him be a little bit more patient, let the fight come to him, because his shot's going to be there. And when it's time to step on the gas, you step on the gas. And he did exactly what I asked for, bro. Exactly what I asked for, to show that he's on that level to hang with the big dogs. You feel me? I don't know if he can beat him, but he can be damn sure give him a good fight. Now, with him and Errol Spence Jr., a lot of people like to say, oh, Boots is a big guy. Errol Spence is a big guy. You understand what I'm saying? So the shots that he hitting them other guys with, it don't necessarily mean you go hit Errol Spence with them shots and he go like them. You feel me? ESJ can take a shot. He took them from big guys like Kell Brook. He took it from guys like Sean Porter. You understand me? So when you're looking at that situation, you got to understand, you're not fighting a little small guy here in Errol Spence Jr. Danny Garcia ain't a pillar puncher. ESJ took his shots coming off a fucking crash. You know what I mean? Now, when Boots get in there and you're not the strongest, you feel me? What can you do? What can you do? When you're not the smartest or you got somebody that can match your IQ, then what? You know what I mean? You might have, I think Boots might be a little fast. So I will give him that. But Errol Spence has timing, homie. He has timing. And he got great body work. He's going to cut the ring. He's not going to follow you. ESJ is not going to follow you. So the pace you can put on them other fighters, that pace is not going to work against Errol Spence Jr. I'm telling y'all now. It's a different pace when you're fighting ESJ, homie. It's a different pace. It's a different mentality. It's a different ball game. It's going to be grit. It's going to be gut. It's going to be nuts. If ESJ feel like he can't beat you in one department, he going to get you in the next. And if push come to shove, he know how to force you to dog it out. You understand me? And once y'all get into that dog fight, it's going to be who is the bigger dog. And right now, Errol Spence is the bigger dog, regardless of what y'all say. You feel me? Regardless of what y'all say, the bigger dog is ES motherfucking J. Period. You know what I'm saying? Period, bro. But it will be one hell of a fight. Because like I say, Jaron Ennis has speed and he does have pop. You feel me? Could he beat EJ to the point? That's what it's going to come down to. Like I said, he can bang in the inside, he can bang on the outside. You know who else can bang in the inside, on the outside, and in the middle? Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence know how to bend his knees and get the right leverage on his punches. You feel me? So when I'm looking at Boots and Errol right now, yes, it's a hell of a fight, and I'm giving Boots all his credit. So I don't want nobody to say, oh, man, you just sound like an Errol Spence nut rider. No. I'm giving Boots his credit to where, yes, he can beat Errol to the punch on some of the punches, but once Errol start timing that shit, picking up on it, prairie and punches and going to the body, you feel me? That's when Boots got to sit down. He's going to have to show that real dog. And I give Boots credit. Boots got good fucking body work as well, bro. Boots got good body work as well. But Errol Spence got consistent body work. Consistent. He don't never forget to go to the body. His body work is like his jab. You feel me? It's like routine. That shit is like routine, bro. You feel me? And it's a different type of body work Errol Spence put in. I like Boots shit, go down to the stomach, Boom, hit you in the stomach, then try to catch you side side. Boom, boom. Errol Spence gonna work the side of your shit. I'm talking about from the beginning to the end, bro. From the beginning to the end, you know. And you know how to take sting off punches. Boots took a lot of sting off punches with Lipperness, you feel me? So, you know, it's certain tricks and tactics that you gotta do in the ring to pace yourself or to take some of the power off punches and things like that. And I think they both know how to do that, you know. But when I look at ESJ, man, I just think the experience plays a part, bro. I think the experience plays the part. Like, Boots haven't been past 6 rounds. What happened in that 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th round? How does that shit work? How does it go down when somebody can take your shot? How do you react? You feel me? It's a different mentality, man. It's a different mentality. And I'm not saying Boots don't got that mentality. I'm just saying right now, I seen EJ in those trenches, bro. I seen him in those trenches. I'm giving him credit for motherfucking Lipperness. You feel me? Can't take nothing away from him. Lipperness was a dog, and I liked him. You know what I mean? But Lipperness ain't no fucking Errol Spence. Let's get that understood. I'm going to repeat that. Lipperness ain't no motherfucking Errol Spence. So don't get it twisted and don't get it, like, fucked up from a long shot. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, shouts out to Boots. Shouts out to Terrence boy Crawford. 2 hell of a fights, man, for Errol Spence. I don't know if the Boots fight going to happen because ESJ is on his way to 154. You know what I mean? Rightfully deserved. You feel me? Rightfully deserved. But the Terrence boy Crawford fight, it needs to happen. It needs to happen. Terrence Bud need to, you know, let the ego go. You know, grab your nuts. What you say? Take your pennies off and pull up your big boy draws. Yeah, you need to do that right now, homie. You need to do that right now. Get ready to fight this man ESJ. Because right now, you are on the hit list after you Dennis Ugas, bro. After you Dennis Ugas. We know Boots ain't getting that fight next. It's your turn. It's your turn, bud. You feel me? Either you beat him or he get you. But it's for undisputed. There's no other bigger fight than that. There's no other bigger fight than that. You feel me? So Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence boy Crawford should be in the fall or the winter time. You know, and then if ESJ become victorious, will he try to defend his title against somebody, or will he go to 154 and say there's nothing else to do? Because remember, y'all cats out here screaming, oh, he's only in one weight class. He only in one weight class. You know what I mean? So let him go be great if he defeat Terrence boy Crawford. Period. Shouts out to Boots. Shouts out to Bud. And most definitely, shouts out to my guy, ES motherfucking J, who is the #1 welterweight in the division and will, in my opinion, be undisputed. You feel me? To show that he is that guy and he is everything that we say he is, and that's the motherfucking truth. And there ain't no way around it, and there ain't no other way to explain it. You feel me? Until then, this your boy Monty. This the ANSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App, TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If you can't, just tell a friend, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.